Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel NetSec. Previously I made a couple of videos regarding using V2Ray and to bypassing internet censorship. You can create your own V2Ray Vless node from online service or using Colab, Rapid, or using Cloudflare workers. Those were working fine. But right now, Cloudflare workers method using original code won't work anymore. So here is what happens. So I have this. If you create a new one since mid of November, then it might not working because you will get this error 1101. It's probably relating to recent Cloudflare modified their subscription agreement, which is not allowing the services to provide a VPN or proxy. So that's probably why. But in this video, I'm going to show you how you can still using it using Cloudflare, but you do need to using this GitHub repository to get the code obfuscated and then get it still running in Cloudflare workers or pages. Now let's start it. Cloudflare has modified their terms of their services. They don't allow you use their services to provide VPN service or proxy services. So there's a risk here, but if you just for testing only for your own usage, it still works. So that's this Cloudflare Vless Trojan repository can helping us to bypassing that error 1101 error message. Unfortunately, there are lots of Chinese in this repository. You may want to use Google Translate, directly translate to English, or you can just follow my guide, quickly working on, then you don't even need to translate it. Just follow the steps from this video's guide. Actually, the step is very simple and straightforward. If you find the GitHub repository, go into this folder, Vless workers pages. So you will see those two files. One JS file is original source code. It's the one we used before. That's the original source code. But we cannot use it anymore. Cloudflare will detect the certain patterns in this code and block it to run. So you won't be able to get it running and you will get this kind of error 1101. I do see 1103, this kind of error message since they stopped running once they detected the code has a pattern. The author of this repository, Younger KKK, actually obfuscated the whole code. If you look at here, it's not readable, which is not detectable by Cloudflare workers, so they won't be able to stop you to run. So that's the idea behind it. So what we can do, we can just copy the whole thing. We come back to your worker, create a new worker. I will call it VL deploy. I'm gonna edit code, paste the code in. Everything, you don't have to change anything since it's obfuscated, kind of encrypted, you won't be able to read it. And then I will show you later on how to customize it a bit. So then to deploy, then you can visit it. As you can see, after you deployed this obfuscated code, it will return all information. So that's the home page, but we do need to add the UUID behind it. This is the UUID, we're gonna use it. This is by default, they already embed the UUID into the codes, but we will find a way to change it. You may be not able to read it, but we're still able to, using Google Translate, to translate it to English, so you can read it well. Basically, you just need to copy a single node link, either this one or either this one, copy it here, and then we can paste it in. So that's the new one we just pasted in. So now you can connect to it. So we can edit the service. You can see your worker's name, UUID. That's how easy you still can use Cloudflare workers to create your own Vless node site. You maybe feel not safe using the default settings because the UUID is built in, is the same. So the author of this repository also give you option to change your UUID. So here's what we're gonna do. If you have your proxy IP, you also can change it. We will do both. So we were using a proxy IP. We were using our generated UUID. So let's go back to our workers settings. You can see variables and secrets. Let's add a variable. First variable we're gonna add is our UUID, or lowercase. You can generate your own UUID. So generate this one. Confirm, and then we can paste into here. Deploy. That's one variable. If you want to change your proxy IP, you can do that too. If you have a good proxy IP, you may want to use this one. Then add another variable here. You just need to copy this proxy domain in and then to deploy. One last thing you can do is you can use your own domain. So you look at the domain, we are using workers.dev. For some countries, they may not allow to access it directly. So you may want to use in your custom domain or route. You can do VL. Let's add a domain in. You can check that. You can see the VL is created. So now let's give it a try. We're gonna using our own domain. Perfect. So that's our domain homepage. Now we need to add our UUID, which is the one we just generated. We put the UUID here. If you don't know the Chinese, you can translate to English. And then you also can copy the link and paste into your V2Ray end client. So now we are using our vl.v1sec1.eu.org, this domain. Let's give a connection, set as a active server. Set system proxy. And we can check the latency. We also can check what is my IP. So that's how you can get your Cloudflare works with your Vless hosting website, and how you can add it into your V2Ray end and continue to use it to bypass in certain internet censorship. I hope you like it. Give me a thumb up if you found something interesting and useful, and also subscribe my channel if you haven't. See you in my next video.